living young and wild. Tell them throw in the towel.
Hey,
Got them
throw
bitches
in the
out.
towel.
And they
I'm
all
living young
love
and wild. And they all love news. And they all love news.
Yo, that was
our weirdest intro ever. That's the weirdest shit we've ever done.
That was close to weirdest, but it wasn't the weirdest.
But you know what it was?
That one time with the naked baby dancing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy. Yep.
You know what this intro was? This intro was savage as fuck.
Yeah.
That's because you listening to Savage as Fuck right here on
Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy,
y'all.
All day, baby.
Who are you, man?
Yo, this is Shang in the building.
Make sure you follow him at Comedian Shang. I am Black Pedro.
And you follow him at Black Pedro. Pretty easy. Black Pedro. Don't follow White Pedro or Beige Pedro or Chartreuse colored Pedro.
Yeah.
Chartreuse is the kind of green for the motherfuckers that don't know your color tables.
There's a Salmon Pedro out there.
There's a Salmon Pedro, but fuck Salmon Pedro.
Yeah.
Salmon Pedro's a pedophile. I heard a bad shit about him. You don't fuck with him. But we talking about Black Pedro.
That's right.
And I want to say, first off, thank you to everybody that came out to the Ice House. It was a great show, great crowd. Everybody and all the ladies that came out. There was a lot of ladies in the house. Thank you so much for your laughter. And also, I want to thank the people at the Improv. I got to thank the Improv for all of the dates they've been giving Savage as Fuck for us to get the live shows popping. This is a live show, but to get that popping. And Black Pedro did his thing. Very, very funny at the Ice House. Very funny at the Improv in Ontario.
Yeah, that was a great crowd.
Yeah, it was a great crowd. He was just going in on the crowd.
Hey, that's one of them crowds you go in on, as you did, sir.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, I had to bring out Smack Hammer. Smack Hammer. I don't play that shit, man. Smack Hammer said you had to make it happen.
I think that was Smack Hammer's first appearance on stage.
That was Smack Hammer's first appearance on stage.
His debut.
Yeah, that was my alternate black exploitation character, Smack Hammer. Yeah, that's it.
Show you right.
Show you right, baby.
Sometimes show you wrong.
Yeah. So, but no, it was a great, and we appreciate all you people that listen to the show. Thank you so much for listening to the show.
Yes, sir.
And we got a lot of wild shit we're gonna talk about. We got some guests that are gonna be in the
building. We do have
too.
guests coming in the house, y'all. This is Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents
Dash Comedy.
Make sure you guys follow the show, right?
The actual show
on all social media platforms at Savage AF Radio. All right. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. All right. Get that in. That page is Savage AF. Share that shit. All right. Just like it's drugs, baby. Pass that shit around. Okay.
Pass it around like a joint.
Just like one to the left hand side.
Yes. And don't honky lip it.
Yeah.
I used to hear that
hoover
before.
that bitch.
Yeah. Don't hoover that bitch.
And then speaking of shows, man, you guys can come check us out next week. If you are in the Pleasanton, California area.
The Bay Area.
That's Bay Area.
Yeah, it's basically the Bay Area.
If you're in the Bay Area, we will be at Tommy T's. That's next Wednesday and Thursday, the 12th and 13th of December. Tommy T's Comedy Club. Savage AF, your boy Shang and myself, Black Pedro, will be live in your town. So Yay area, come shake them dreads with us.
And
baby.
I got to make sure you know that we're giving a 2-for-1. If you hit me up in the or Black Pedro, you hit us up in our inbox, which sounds so fucking
hit my
weird.
box.
Don't hit me in my box. Well, just DM me, goddammit. DM either me at Comedian Shang or at Black Pedro on Instagram, and you'll get 2-for-1 to come to the show at Tommy T's in the Bay Area in Pleasanton.
That's what we do. That's how we do it right here on Savage.
This is how we do it.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know what the fuck that was. Jay News is like, I don't even know either, dude.
Jay News always in the building. Oh, that's speaking of another live event, man.
Wow.
Y'all know what it is. Welcome to Hollywood, our intro song, the homie Jay News. Make sure you follow him at Jay News, JAYNEWZ, motherfucker.
Z.
Jay News will be live this Monday at Crazy Girls Gentlemen's Club. I love that joint.
Monday.
On La Brea Boulevard right here in Los Angeles, right in Hollywood, baby. La Brea and Sunset, Crazy Girls. Jay News is live. What time is that show, Jay News?
Doors open at 10. I'll have more details.
Doors open 10. We're going to have more details for y'all later on. But make sure you hit him at Jay News on Instagram.
Get in there, man. What you doing,
Get
man?
on that mic. Let them know.
Yeah, let them know, man.
AF, you already know what it is. It's your boy Jay News, and like Black Pedro was saying, it's at Crazy Girls next Monday, December 10th.
Get on my guest list. Follow me at JNews, JAYNEWZ. Get on my guest list, and at the door, it's gonna be 20, but on my guest list, it's gonna be 10. So holla at me.
Get that half
There you
price,
go.
y'all. Get that half price.
Get that half price.
And that, I'm excited that of the venue. I ain't been to Crazy Girls in a minute, man. Like I said, it's a
Wow.
it's a gentleman's club.
It's a gentleman's club. There will be cocoa butter and echinacea.
Lots of sprinkles and sparkly.
Yes, a
stuff
lot.
that
Yes.
you
Are
won't be
the
able to
girls
get.
there more crazier than others?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of them take a lot of medication before they start spending it on the pole.
And they haven't even been prescribed it. It's just pill
Yeah,
popping.
it's just pill popping.
It's just pill popping. That's how they do, man. Yeah, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Savage AF, Savage as fuck, right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I'm Black Pedro.
I'm Shang.
Make sure you follow us, guys.
Make sure you follow us. Yeah, and the Facebook has been interesting how people respond. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they respond. But I appreciate the response. I'm glad y'all are responding. Keep telling your friends. Keep sharing the shit. And we want to make sure that we, by 2019, we have 17.8 billion people.
That's all we need.
That's all we need.
And we are so close, y'all.
And we are so close. I think we're like 4 or 5 off.
Well, we have the point. All we need is the 17 and the 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we got the point.
We got the point. I don't know about that.
We on the dot with that one, y'all.
Right.
So yeah, man, let's get into some show. We're gonna have some guests this afternoon, right? Big Ruben Paul should be here.
If
Big
Ruben
Jason
Paul,
Stuart.
if they don't show up, Jason
we're gonna-
Stuart, if they don't show up, I'm going to their house. I swear to God, I'm going to their house.
Swear to God.
I'm gonna sneak into their kitchen and I'm gonna wipe my dick on all their food.
Everything.
And they're gonna be like, "What is this funny taste?" That's me.
What you putting in the pudding?
Yeah, that salty taste is me. I was just coming from the gym.
Even your taste is funny.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
You
What's
taste
that
funny.
You taste funny. Because I'm a comedian, bitch. That's how I tell them. But nah, for real, make sure y'all come out to all the shows and let's get into this show. This is crazy doing it live though.
Yeah, no, I love that, man.
You like it doing it live?
I love it. I love it live. All the way live.
All the way.
So listen. Speaking of leaving a bad taste in mouths, right?
Wow.
This is a horrible way to start off the Christmas season, man.
Yeah.
With some good old racism.
Yeah. You
Just
gotta
a good
have
old racist Christmas.
Have a holly jolly fuck you, nigger.
And I'm sorry to even bring this up right off the bat, Big.
But yeah, fuck it. It's
Big
savage as fuck on Marcus King Presents.
Yeah, and
we're
we don't
supposed
give
to
a
say
fuck.
this shit. Yeah.
Fuck your feelings. But
exactly.
In J News' hometown. You from that new Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
That's J News, Minnesota stomping grounds. 2 Minneapolis cops have been placed on leave after what they consider to be a joke went wrong. A tree outside of the 4th precinct in Minneapolis, right?
Right.
These 2 cops, after it was decorated, with your normal decorations, the ornaments and the lights and little angel on top, they decided to add a few elements, a few ornaments, if you will, that they felt, I guess, represented the community that they served. So in addition to the lights and the balls, they added some police tape.
Yeah.
Like the do not cross murder scene tape.
Right.
They also added some Steel Reserve malt liquor cans.
Right.
And they also added some packs of Newports to the trees.
Wow.
Now, for those who don't know, among other stereotypes besides chicken and watermelon.
Yes. And by the way, watermelon is quite refreshing when
everybody
it's hot.
and everybody loves them, but somehow
for some reason
black people got the the distinction of being genetically predisposed to loving chicken and watermelon and malt liquor and like Newports and apparently murder.
Yeah.
They put up the murder tape. So these racist cops have not been identified yet. And they haven't been, publicly outed.
Of course they're not going to identify their bitch ass.
But they have been placed on a paid leave, by the way.
Well, there's nothing better than being paid to just sit around and be racist.
Just
do
some racist shit and
get
then
a check.
Just a little time off.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Right,
I'm just gonna start walking the street just smacking shit out of white people.
Yep. And then
Smack
hammer. Look here, man. I'm tired of your indignation and separation. Smack hammer, bitches.
Smack hammer. Why do they call you Smack hammer?
Because you feel both sides of that?
Sorry, I asked.
Yeah. Next time you know what the fuck it is.
You know what it is.
Baby.
I mean, but
Baby.
yeah, these two cops, whoever the fuck they are, they
man.
should definitely.
But are you surprised? Listen, I gotta ask the listeners: are you really surprised that cops are racist?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Most cops they say are good cops. I disagree. The percentage of cops that have shown they ass consistently, and the good cops that don't police the bad cops, you are just as bad. If I sit down, if I'm walking down the street and I see somebody fingering a baby in the ass, and the baby's like, "Help me," and I walk past, I'm kind of fucked up human being.
Yeah, you kind of complacent in that as well. You accessory to baby.
I'm accessory to baby butt rape.
Yeah.
So, which you never? How many times have you heard that sentence? Baby butt rape.
To be honest. Far too many times.
Too many times.
But that's just the crazy life I live, man.
Yeah, that's the life I live. Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see some justice come to this. But for those who don't know, the FBI back in 2013 did release an investigation of their own, the results from their own investigation, in which they found the Federal Bureau of Investigations found that in most major American cities, most urban centers, the police forces there are rampant with KKK, neo-Nazi, white supremacists.
Right. That's because that's little weak ass kitten ear bitches.
And we talking about the FBI finding swastikas and all kinds of racist graffiti in police department locker rooms.
Nooses.
Like in their locker rooms.
Right. They would find nooses in their locker. They would find nooses in their locker.
Yeah. This doesn't come as a surprise. I guess I'm just. It's sometimes shocking to me that these guys still think they can do this stuff.
Yeah, because they know they can do it. They got a president,
and they're gonna get off.
Condones it.
They get time off with some pay.
Right. I mean, look, the president condones it. Everybody knows the president condones it. He reaches out to white supremacists. He reaches out to white nationalists. My fault, because he even said, I'm a nationalist. I'm gonna say it. Like we didn't fucking know that. But I'm just saying, I think that they feel more comfortable. That's why motherfuckers are doing like mass shootings, because the mass shootings, they feel like, well, I got the okay. I got the okay to just
green light.
Fuck these Jews.
Red light, green light.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Yeah, man. This is one of those where this is fucking fucked up way to start the holiday season, but That's the cops for you sometimes.
Well, I just want to say Merry Christmas, bitches. Because it's not going to get any worse. I mean, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. Christmas depresses me. I don't know why I get depressed. I don't fuck with Christmas. I get real sad, and but I do go feed the homeless.
Okay.
And then I also feed these homeless bitches.
Yeah.
I love them.
Well, it's saying,
they will do a lot of shit for a sandwich.
Yeah, baby.
That's fucked up what I just said. I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
I am going to hell.
You might already be there, man. Yeah. This year, don't get sad at Christmas. Just get savage, like this show, Savage as Fuck, on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
You see the Mr. Segway said,
you see?
Don't get sad, get savage.
That's right.
Like people going to be like, you know what? That's what I was going to do.
Make it a very savage Christmas out there, guys. And if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the Minneapolis Police Department. 2 cops have been placed on leave. Paid leave.
Make sure you say paid leave, because motherfuckers always get paid to do some crazy shit.
And I didn't even know this was a thing, but they invented now racist ornaments, Christmas tree ornaments, like just racist ones. They're hanging malt liquor cans and packs of Newports.
But do you see that as like, there are people say we're being hypersensitive? Do you think that's sensitivity? Like, well, everybody likes malt liquor, and we know what the stereotype is, but maybe they're just like, maybe we like to hang malt liquor and Newports. And and black babies from trees.
It's not that black people love malt liquor more than the average person, right, or whatever. Right. It's about what gets marketed and sold to us, right? Like oftentimes those are the only products available to us, and that's what we get the fuck left with and shit. So,
but no, you can't say that though.
Because listen, if you go to
no, that's some bullshit.
Hold on. If you go to the Whole Foods in Beverly Hills, you will not find any Mickeys. You won't find any Schlitz. You won't find any Steel Reserve.
You won't find any Newports?
You won't find Newports.
You will find Newports in Beverly Hills.
Maybe you'll find Newports, but you're not gonna find like malt liquor and certain items, right? Like if
you ain't gonna find no smooth,
you're just not getting that.
Liquor.
And for those just tuning in, Ruben Paul just walked in the building, y'all. We're gonna introduce our first guest.
Ruben Paul in the building. Oh shit!
And we're trying to get his headphones and his mic situated and everything.
No, he's
Don't
getting
worry
it
about
together,
that.
man.
I'm in
He
here,
been
man.
drinking. He been drinking. He came in. He was he was liquored up this morning.
I ain't been drinking.
He texted me a picture of him like just naked on the hood of a car. Said, "Man, I'm gonna be there though."
Man, this commute down here, man. When you don't live in Hollywood,
Yeah, bro.
It's a bitch.
it's a bitch.
It's,
bro.
Yeah,
it's a
I know.
mofo.
It's
is
a
what they
bitch,
call it,
man.
though. It's a mofo.
But I'm here. I'm
Hey,
here.
y'all, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the Los Angeles area every Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
At the
I
Laugh
appreciate that,
Factory,
brother.
y'all. At the
Ruby Tuesday.
Hold on. Let me back that up. At the world famous Laugh
World
Factory.
famous
okay?
Laugh Factory.
There are 3 legendary clubs here in Los Angeles that are, just part of the comedy history, and the Laugh Factory is absolutely one of them. And
Absolutely.
So for this brother to be there every Tuesday with his own show.
Wait a minute. Let me emphasize this. There's 3 shows that they have there that's good, and his I would say is number. I'm not betting. It's not this.
No.
Chocolate Sundays. Then you.
Oh, Chocolate Sundays is number 1 because it's been around for 20
It's
years.
been 20 years, but
Yeah.
for Ruben to come out the gate and do the shit, he got some of the hottest comics on there and one of the best nights, and the crowd is
crowds.
great. And he's nurtured the crowd where the crowd knows what the deal is about comedy.
I appreciate that. Well,
Yeah.
my whole thing in doing the night is, and this might sound crazy to say, is the night is strictly about comedy, and that's it. It
That's
ain't
it.
about anything else but trying to get the best comedians possible
Boom.
on stage in a diverse lineup. Because
That's it.
Right.
we came, me and Shane came up working. Oh, I don't know about you, Pedro. Where'd you start doing comedy originally? From East Coast, right?
It started as like a hobby in college. Went to college in Jersey, and then by the time I graduated,
Tell
I'm
them
like,
what college you went to. Tell them what college you went to.
I went to a small school in New Jersey.
Called
Small play.
Little Princeton
Called
University. Go
Princeton.
Tigers.
Yeah,
Go
you
Tigers.
Hey,
know,
man, don't never shun your accomplishment, man.
No, no,
That's
no.
a-
They know. We
No,
know.
we know.
We all know.
No, the motherfucker says it. The motherfucker
I bring,
listen.
I bring it up every now and then.
If-
but-
Ain't no
up.
secret.
And I can speak freely, right?
of
I can-
course. No, we
No,
can
not
say
at all.
Oh, it's you,
The
Shane.
show,
Yeah.
the show is called Savage
can't
as
believe-
Fuck.
I can't believe he said this shit.
Nigga,
Am I allowed to
Hey,
say this shit?
if I went to Princeton, I would start every fucking sentence with "I went to Princeton."
Right.
May I take an order, please? Yes, I went to Princeton. And when I used to order,
And I'll have a
Yes.
Big Mac.
By the way, so what's your name? My name is
But yeah.
Princeton, bitch.
No, I started, but my professional career started here. I graduated and moved right out here, and the Laugh Factory was the first
See,
thing
I
I
didn't
did in
start
town.
here. I didn't start it.
So Shane didn't start here either, but Shane knows I started at the Comedy Act Theater on Crenshaw and 43rd, Leimert Park area, and so the first part of my career, all I did
Right.
was black rooms. And let me just say right off the bat,
Let's wait.
right
Hold
off
up.
the top,
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Nigga rooms.
okay. I
was
wasn't,
nigga rooms.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I was gonna say it.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I've done some of them. I'm talking about like two gun minimum to get in the bitch.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the environment that I came up in. But let me just say this. Comedy is very segregated in Los Angeles. So
absolutely.
you got your black rooms, you got your Latino rooms, you got your white rooms, even though they don't call them white rooms, they try to call them mainstream.
Mainstream.
Did you say they don't call them
They
white
don't call them white rooms, but they're
That
white
would be
rooms.
fucked up,
We all
though.
know what the real deal is.
White
We speaking
comedy.
freely. I've done Asian shows. I've done alternative shows. I've done it all, and all those rooms are necessary because if you don't have those rooms, then those comedians won't have a place where they can go, a platform where they can go
Right.
do their thing. So they are important. But the concept of Ruby Tuesdays was, since I work all those different rooms,
Why not
I
have
know all
everybody?
the
Yeah.
best comics from all those rooms.
Right.
So let's have an all-star game every Tuesday
Great.
with diversity. So the white boys can't hide from us.
Right?
How
Nope.
they try to do on them other shows. They can't,
He
you
said
can't
they-
hide at Ruby Tuesday.
I don't know if I want to go to Ruby's.
Yeah.
It's
Because I
kind
put
of urban.
it's equal opportunity, and I don't put the white comics on who just pander, to the black crowd
Right.
the whole time. Like, black people, I love black people. Man, black people, where my sisters at? Man, I love me some chocolate. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right,
Right,
Chad.
right.
Just tell your jokes, Chad. just tell your joke.
Yeah.
There's the legend right there.
All right, chill out,
There's
Chad.
the legend right there.
Yo, is that Phil and Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those just tuning in, you're listening to Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, and Marcus King just stepped in the room.
Yeah, when I said
Phil
legend,
Bonner-
no
Phil
offense to the
Bonner
other brothers.
is tall and smooth. That motherfucker.
No. What's up, brother? How you doing? No offense to anybody.
Team Light Skin
No,
in the
no,
house.
we
Big
already
Scott
know each
Taylor
other.
in the building too.
He already know what it is.
But-
Watch yourself on
But
this.
Team Light Skin.
But let me just say this: when I said legend, I was referring to Marcus King.
Marcus
No
King
doubt.
ain't no legend.
And let me tell you about Marcus King.
Motherfucker ain't never rode a dragon, nigga. You ain't no legend.
Yeah.
I rode a
How do you
dragon
know?
here, nigga.
Yo, if you look at the history of black
fucking-
comedy, like the origin of quote unquote when it became monikered black
Black
comedy,
comedy,
you'll see whoever it was, 2 more motherfuckers, and then Marcus King. So,
Well, no, you know what?
so he was right there where the shuttle landed. You know?
Like when they came off the ship, he was standing there going, "I got a booking for you up in the Bay
Exactly.
Area."
Exactly.
One small step for man, one giant leap for niggas.
And I had Lionel B on my podcast recently, and one thing that's interesting that people don't realize, even the phrase or the term black comedy is a fairly new phrase. They wasn't calling it black comedy when Richard Pryor and Dick Gregory.
They were calling it "nigger, you can't work here."
Exactly,
Right.
but it was just comedy, but it wasn't defined
Right.
until like, from what I
Def
understand,
Jam.
the late 80s. The late 80s, early not even before that, where they monikered black, like people never even said black comedy. Let's go to a black comedy.
And Comedy Central definitely didn't.
Well, something
Yeah.
like the Bay Area Black Comedy
competition.
Competition.
It started
right.
around during that area.
Thank you, Marcus King.
During that era.
Nah, man.
I should say.
Nah,
So,
man, that nigga ain't never
a
rode a
lot of
dragon
people-
yet.
a lot of people
I ain't
don't
giving
even-
me props. Fuck that nigga until he ride a dragon.
So a lot of people don't know the history of it, and those rooms that were created back there in Def Comedy Jam and BET Comic View.
Comedy
came-
View for sure. No, but you know what else you got to give? It was Robin Harris too. That was a part of the
Comedy Act Theater.
Comedy Act
absolutely.
Theater. Yeah.
Oh,
I think Michael.
But I'm just saying.
What was Michael's last
I'm
name?
just saying all those
Williams.
rooms came because of lack of opportunity. That's why those rooms
That's
came.
what Def Jam was.
Yeah. Because we weren't getting exposed. And all I'm saying is when I created Ruby Tuesdays, the whole point was to take all these people that have been underrepresented and put them on one show so you can test the skills. Because if there's a showcase, if some black casting director is looking for somebody, they're going to go to the nigga night at either the Improv or Chocolate Sunday, and they all pit us against each other. But why do we never get to showcase against the top white comics?
Right.
You can't hide at Ruby Tuesdays. There's no place to fucking
I've done
hide.
shows there. And
There's
I'm
no
telling
place
you,
to hide.
And some of the white comics realize that
It ain't no place to hide,
Yeah,
man.
but you know what's funny? What white comics don't understand is, and I'm saying it to the white comics if you're a white comic listener.
We know you listen to white comics.
Yeah, we know you hiding, bitches. Because Smack Hammer said so, baby.
God damn it.
Let me tell you something. This is the thing is, we can go in their rooms and kill. I've gone in front of all white audiences and murdered. But it shows the difference in your skills across the board when they can come in our rooms, where it's a diverse room, and they can't do as well.
And not
And that's
pander,
the truth.
because we
And not
know
pander.
the white comic pander, and they show up. And I already did my impression of them a little earlier when they show up. When they show up to our room, like the white boy goes up and they go, "Well, oh, I love me some sisters," and then all the
Yeah.
sisters go, "Hey!" They start clapping and shit, and they eat it up.
Pandering.
Then what they do. They subliminally shit on black people, like, black people, y'all crazy. You see, white people, we pay our bills on time. Brother, y'all wait until the envelope turn orange. And we sure do. How do he know about us? He know about our culture.
I used to hate that shit.
Really?
I used to wait off stage from on the side, and I would put on like Paul Mooney lotion on my knuckles, and so nigga, I would put on Dick Gregory boxing gloves.
Hell yeah.
And I would give them the business. Like, the fuck out of here with that old bullshit.
But people try to look at black audiences as tough and hard, and they can be, but we're also very welcoming and forgiving
You think so?
and loving, especially with white boys. White comics?
Well,
The
that's
shit that
same
they get away with?
I remember at the Apollo,
What?
like if a white woman sang like R&B, we'd be like, "Oh, she's so good."
Of
And a
course.
black woman come up sing R&B and it'd be brilliant and have blood coming out her nose and the veins in her neck and it'd be like, "She aight."
Hey, for those just tuning in, this is Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We're here with Ruben Paul talking about the state of black comedy, when it started, who started that shit, and
Ruby Tuesdays.
and white comics stealing all of our shit. Listen, guys, we got to go
I
to.
didn't say that, Pedro.
But
I said we.
make
I said we talking about
But
it.
we forgot one thing. Make sure you let everybody know about your social media.
It's I am Ruben Paul on Instagram, Twitter, and then Facebook. You can just find me under Ruben Paul.
yeah.
Paul Comedy. I'm not hard to find.
Right.
Like,
Hey,
I had to tell a heckler a couple weeks ago. Like, I ain't hard to find, dude.
Yeah.
You want to be tough?
Come see
Google
me.
me. You can see me anywhere.
Come see me.
You can
cuz.
sneak up on me, but
We
you ain't
do
gonna
that.
sneak up on these hands.
Right. we do that all the time.
Hold on for a second. Clap, clap. You feel it?
We're constantly inviting our haters out to our shows, y'all. Hey, so we gotta take a quick break, y'all.
Right.
We still got Ruben Paul in the house. When we come back, we're gonna talk about South Africa taking their shit back from white farmers. I like that shit.
I just got back from South Africa, so
there you go.
we can talk about that. I'm
And,
international.
we
I'm international, man.
We also got Jason Stewart in the
Jason
building.
Stewart
He'll
is
be
gonna
here,
be in the
y'all.
building.
So stay tuned to Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We'll be right back.
You're on.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, we are Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I'm your boy, Black Pedro.
Yo, this is Shang, and I got to tell y'all something. First off,
I don't think your mic
Shang,
is on,
your
Shane.
mic's not on.
There we
Shang.
go. I don't think the volume. There we
You
go.
can't just jump
There we go.
around.
You know
I'm
what?
kidding.
You know what? Settle down. You know, I will smack hammer everybody in this bitch.
In this motherfucker. Hey, y'all.
But no, I want to make sure. Thank you, everybody that's been
Smack
listening
hammer.
to Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, and also listen to Savage as Fuck.
Dope.
Yes.
Just so you guys know, we didn't bring a Tourette's guy in here, so we just got yelling out random shit.
Word.
Like I
Hey,
said,
don't do all those Black Panther and shit. Stop it.
Like I
haven't
said-
seen Black Panther. I can't watch.
Not Black Panther.
Wow.
I can't go
Wow.
to any movie where anybody's being chased anymore.
Okay.
hilarious. That voice you guys are hearing is the very, 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 very funny comedian. We've all
Slash
known him for
actor.
a while.
I'm sorry,
Slash
slash
actor
actor.
now, yeah.
Mr. Dramatic
fully
actor
SAG
ass.
carded up. You can catch him in theaters. He'll be in theatrical releases next year in 2019. I'll let you tell him about that. But the very, very funny Mr. Jason Stuart, y'all. What's up, Jason?
Thank
good?
you, Pedro.
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome, brother. Welcome.
I've had the
welcome.
pleasure
Hello.
of working with you at the Improv. You
Yes,
were very
yes.
funny and very nice and respectful.
Thank you. I tried.
I was,
I
but
But I
tried
guess that ends right now, right?
I-
yeah, that shit's over.
You know what, Jason?
The show is
that
Savage as
shit's
fuck.
over. Word.
I told you don't do that.
We also do still have Big Ruben Paul
it.
in the
Stop
building
it.
as well. Let's not forget about him. Gentlemen, let them know where to follow you. Jason, where can they follow you?
The Jason Stuart Stuart on Instagram,
we go.
Jason _Stewart on Twitter, and Jason Stuart STUARTTOO on Facebook. And if you forget anything, just go to jasonstewart.com and it's all on the top, and you just click it there, like
it.
all my old people do.
Hit them with it. Big
'em.
Ruben Paul, where can they find you?
I am Ruben Paul on Instagram and on Twitter, and then Ruben Paul on Facebook. And you can also go to rubenpaul.com and find everything there.
Everything there. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
easier, but Shang said that you guys would choose not to do that.
Well,
No,
but
you gotta
I don't
say
even.
you gotta say the Instagram. I don't know what you
the
do.
Jason Stewart.
I'm just
'Cause
saying
here's
it's
the
part
thing.
of
The
it.
Jason Stewart.
People are on Instagram more, and people are just lazy, man. It
Fuck
takes
yeah,
too
they're
much
lazy.
effort for them to type in people's actual websites to
It's
actually go
3
there.
seconds.
Nope.
Hey, it's 3
They're-
seconds.
they
It's
got
3
stuff to
seconds
do.
because
They
you
got places to go,
Because you
people to
old,
see.
Shang. When you young, that
Fucking
3 seconds feel like
That's
an
everything.
hour to
Yeah.
them.
That's FOMO time. They missed out on something
Come on,
else
man.
in those 3 seconds.
Well, I
you know what I
missed
mean?
out
Like,
on a lot. I'm telling you right now, and I'm very sad about it.
what happened, Jason?
I don't
What's
know
going
what
on?
I missed. So I broke up too.
Oh, shit.
I broke up too.
Yeah.
My Italian lover left me
Oh shit.
and went back to the ex. So I'm not. Yeah, it's very very. So Shang just asked me how I am, so I thought I'd share that.
Well, you know
You're,
what?
you're perfect for
Did
this
you just
show,
put
'cause
that
we
shit
have-
out there right
He's
off
a
the
brand.
bat?
He was a brand new gay. Brand new.
You had just broken him in. You had just.
You put in the work.
The kind that's just like in the box. It's like a Star Wars figure.
Oh.
You know?
Ah!
You know?
Ah!
No one had touched him or messed him up, you know. And he said things like, "Hey, honey, don't lose any weight. You look so good. Don't get too skinny." I said, "I am gonna have you deported," and that's what I did because he broke up with me. So now he's back in Italy. Fuck him.
Well, you know
I
what, man?
care less.
Back
Man,
in-
fuck him. Don't even let that get you down because this show ain't sad as fuck. It's savage as fuck, man. Go
Yeah,
find
it's
you a new
savage,
toy.
actually.
Find you a new
Savage.
toy, Jason. Come on.
Okay, anybody
Yeah,
here?
there's a lot of toys out there.
Wait, let's not just skip over this shit. How we just gonna skip over him saying he's a new gay? Did
Yeah,
he wake
that's-
up and have second thoughts? That's a hell of a way to wake up.
Well,
like,
in
man,
Italy,
I
you-
just realized I don't like dick. Like, well, who do?
He lived in Italy with the mafia, and they set his car on fire, so he moved here. And then Trump
Okay.
wouldn't let him in, and then he married someone, and I'm not allowed to say his name because he'll really be deported. But
Hilarious. Well,
He went back to his ex.
yeah,
A
it's
woman?
not- no, God, no. Let's not go prehistoric.
But you said, but you said he was.
I thought he said he was
yeah,
fresh.
how is he a new gay then if he already
Well, because
had?
he hadn't had that much gay experience. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
hadn't-
Oh, that's what you call a new
that
gay.
many. Yeah,
Oh,
he was
okay.
really nice.
I didn't
and
know there was
clean.
a. I didn't know there was a.
That's not.
stages.
But
A waiting
in all
period.
fairness,
Like infant.
that's not.
Infant
That's
gay.
not. That's not new gay. That's certified pre-owned gay. Like He had a little mileage on him, right?
Yes,
Like, it
he
was,
did.
Okay,
He
he
only
wasn't
been out
fresh
for
from the gay
a couple
factory.
of years.
So
Right.
he had passed the probation period gay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
he was
really
Carfax.
good at. Oh, never mind.
He was
So he wasn't newborn
Carfax
gay. He
what?
was infant gay.
He was Carfax.
No,
gay.
I would say
Toddler.
say,
Toddler gay?
Toddler gay.
Toddler
Yeah,
gay.
toddler.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know there were toddlers. Wow.
Well, that's
Okay.
Marcus King's phone. Something just happened. Someone's got a movie role.
That's
on
money
it.
coming in, y'all. That's money. That's the sound of money, baby.
He wants my tennis shoes because we have the same. He has an Adidas shirt and I have Adidas
Now,
tennis shoes.
we got a couple things to ask you here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy.
please.
This is Savage as Fuck. I'm Shang.
I'm Black
Savage as
Pedro.
Okay, now check this out. First off, we're going to talk to Ruben.
Word.
We're going to talk to you.
Sorry.
I swear to God, you do that shit again. I swear.
I wanna fit
I'm
in.
stab you. Listen,
You're right in.
not, but you
I just
you're
got
fit
stabbed.
In. You're
I
a
fit in.
comedian.
Stop.
You're a comedian. So,
You have to get shot.
what movies do you have coming up? You said you got some. I
have a movie
know.
called seriously. I have a movie called Abducted, and I play a police detective for the first time. I say things like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah,
Awesome.
whatever happened here, we'll get back to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's still in the hospital. Yeah, all right, let's go in the other room.
That's Abducted, it's called?
Yeah, it's called Abducted.
Okay.
It stars this girl that used to be on Nashville. Her name is Scout Taylor Compton, and she's really beautiful. And I play her older, craggy assistant detective. I don't know what you call the guy that goes with her. I didn't want to ask too many
Partner?
questions. Partner. Thank you. I didn't want to get kicked off the movie. So I just sort of, and I poured my glasses on my head. I had my tie loose, and I walked around. I squinted my eyes. I looked like my brother, who's been pissed off since 1973.
Hilarious.
It's when Barbra Streisand lost the Oscar to Glenda Jackson. It was very upsetting to him.
Yeah, that was a big scandal.
Yes, and you
Never
guys
heard of
all know.
that.
Especially
Who's Glenda Jackson? Well, she's on Broad fucking Way right now, and she's 107. That's who she is, and just won the
Awesome.
Tony. So fuck y'all.
So, and what's the other movie?
The other movie's called Immortal, and it stars Sam Levine from Inglourious Bastards and Freaks and Geeks, and I play a private investigator, and I that deals with spyware, and I'm really intimidating and very. I talk like this. I have another low voice, and I say things like, "Yeah, that's not going to work." All right, this is what you need to do. You need to go over to the other room. You need to turn it on. Listen, I just do talk like that.
The same.
Congratulations,
That's like the
Jason.
same
That's good
That's
shit.
dope.
That's
And then
good
I was
shit.
just on Swedish Dicks opposite.
Yo, wait a minute. What?
Swedish dick.
You don't know what Swedish Dicks is?
No.
It's a new show
I do. I know
on
this.
Pop. It's hip. It stars Peter Stormare from John Wick, and Keanu Reeves had a whole arc on the show, and I play his prison mate.
Oh, wow.
But I play another straight guy.
but you can't just gloss over the word Swedish dicks.
I know, because it's about detectives.
Detectives.
Can I
right,
ask you a
okay.
question, Jason? So on these roles that you're playing in these two films,
I don't audition, because if I do, then I don't get it. They just have to offer it to me.
as offers now, are you playing straight or are you playing gay officers?
I think they're supposed to be straight.
The
for you,
sexuality
man.
isn't really coming up in the movie.
But I did
though.
do a gay movie. I do where I play called Hank, and I play this guy that's a little teeny independent film, and I play this really sweet gay guy that's lover wants to cheat on him, and I say no fucking way, and I
Is this your real life?
no, please, I know.
Wow.
Honey, guy
Now-
doesn't do with me. He's gone. He's fucking gone. I wouldn't be sweet and tender like this guy was.
He's on to the next
That was honestly
toy.
the hardest part to play, because I had to be sweet and quiet and nice, and that's really hard for me because I'm not.
No, not at all.
Other than being
Not at all.
straight.
I'm a daddy and I have candy.
Hey, y'all, this is Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, y'all. Make sure you guys come check us out live. Me and Shang
Where
are
are you
going to
gonna
be
be?
in Pleasanton, California. That's in the Bay
Pleasanton.
Area. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tommy
Tommy
T's.
T's.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Tawny Tees. I did the Margaret Cho with Tommy Tees a million years ago.
There you go,
Yeah.
man. That's
We're gonna be
it.
at Tommy T's next week, and
That's next Wednesday and Thursday, the 12th and 13th.
You guys gotta go.
Yeah. Come on out if you're in the Bay
that
Area.
sounds like
y'all.
a door deal show.
It is a door day.
Yes, sir.
Shane got the smile on his face.
Get that money, baby.
Hit that Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, because I'll be in Galveston, Texas, doing a show for, believe it or not, Chuck Norris.
Nice.
Yes.
I bullshit you not. Chuck Norris is for the
Just
Martial
him.
Arts
That's
Association.
it. Just
no,
him.
it's for the
No one
Martial
else.
You were Walker,
awesome.
Texas
No,
Ranger.
it's
huh?
for the
Just-
Martial Arts Association, and I'm going to be down in Galveston, Texas, doing a show for all of the different martial arts and also people from the MMA world.
Hey, man, watch that roundhouse, all right?
Are you
He
gonna
still
fight?
got it. Chuck still got it, all right? Don't fuck with him.
I wanted to make sure to ask Ruben. We were on the break. I want to ask Rube. You got the show popping off tonight at the world famous Laugh Factory.
Absolutely.
It's just gonna be off the chain.
Ruby Tuesdays.
It's gonna be a lot of hot women. It's gonna be if you women, you're gonna be handsome ass men, and everybody gonna be laughing. Who gonna be there tonight?
It's a great lineup tonight. I have Owen Smith,
Very funny.
Ida Rodriguez.
Killing
very
it.
funny.
Truth Serum right here on Dash Radio.
Absolutely
Yes.
funny Ida Rodriguez. I got the very funny Jesus Trejo.
I know. Hey,
know
is
Jesus.
on the show. Jason Collins is on the show.
We know
Jason
that.
Collins is a beast. Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
just,
a show with him tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and then Alex Thomas is gonna.
I just did the Savoy with Alex. It was off the chain.
Yeah, man, and so I'm excited about it. I mean, the shows have been growing great. If anybody wants to come through, show starts at 9:30.
There's several people that are just waiting until I do it, and then they're not coming until then.
Okay,
Hilarious.
they're waiting for Jason.
Hilarious.
And if we can give away some free tickets, man. If people want to come out
Colin?
tonight,
And it's the Laugh Factory, which is one of the top clubs in the city.
yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
But it's every Tuesday 9:30. Great lineups every week, and yeah, man.
Ruby Tuesdays,
excited.
y'all. Laugh
Ruby
Factory.
Tuesdays.
Hit him up.
You know what else about Ruben? Ruben's mad humble. Fuck that. I'm let keep it real. You got to understand. Ruben tours the world. Like,
Yes.
no, I'm talking about the world. This motherfucker has been in parts of the world that even the world didn't know was there.
And
And you know what's funny though, and this
which is excellent.
and it's a blessing to do that, but.
For the military, for the troops?
I always find it funny, and I was going to allude to that is, I always hear comics talking about they travel all over the world and do comedy, and I've done a lot of stuff for the for the military.
yeah.
But when I'm talking about the shows that I do it for the people who actually live there. When you go to do these military bases, you might as well be performing here in California
Yeah,
or
Philly. You might as well
Chicago
be in
or
Philly,
Philly
yeah.
or anywhere else.
They're
It's a
Americans.
whole different experience when you go into Jakarta and you performing for people who were born and raised in
Jakartans.
Jakarta or China or New Zealand or South Africa or all the other places that I've been. So I feel very proud that I've been able to go into all these different environments that are completely different from where I grew
So
up.
how do you
and to be
deal
able to
with
make
the
people
culture
laugh.
and the certain jokes that you would do here that you wouldn't do there? How does that work?
Well, for me, it made me a better comic
Oh,
because
yeah. Listening.
what I've had to do was my story's a fish out of water story anyway, from my parents being from
by
Haiti.
the way, he's Haitian.
My parents being from
Haitian.
Are you Haitian?
Yes, I'm Haitian.
Stop, I
Yeah.
said.
God, I've known you so many years.
Nabule?
I
My
have
best way.
Um,
you ain't knowing. I already know
They
that.
don't
shit.
even know. So
Stop playing.
So being Haitian and being born in Los Angeles and not being around any Haitians, it was a difficult thing to maneuver when you're growing up in the hood and nobody has any idea what your culture is like. See, if I was Haitian in Miami or New York or Boston, you already know what's going on, man. What going? Guan.
Yeah, that's like me, like
so
doing this tour is you go back to your roots.
yeah, and you just tell your story because anybody can relate to feeling out of place.
Right.
So if I'm telling my Haitian story in Jakarta, even though they might not know about the Haitian culture, they know what it's like to be somewhere and people not understand their language.
It's the same thing I say to anybody who has a parent who is a foreigner.
Yes.
So I have a parent. My father's Polish.
Okay.
So when I said to my
I'm
father,
foreigner.
Where's your parents from?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. And yours?
my mother's side's from Trinidad and Tobago.
Look at all. We're all in this room.
Yeah.
Pedro Hernandez?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. You don't know. You don't want to assume anything. I remember when I said to my dad, hey, I got a guest starring role on Everybody Hates Chris. And he says to me, everybody hates Chris. I hate that show. Why do you want to be on that show? Why don't you be on Everyone Loves Raymond? They love Raymond. They hate Chris. Why do you want to be on the show that they hate?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he could think of. He didn't know if the show was any good. He didn't care.
Right.
I don't want you to be hate. Who
Yeah.
wants to be
But
on the show?
I want to make sure you send a shout out. Russell Peters, who actually is the one that inspired me to do my special, so I give props to him.
Yeah.
a
Bad
big
Bull, known him for a long time.
supporter. A big supporter of other comedians.
And
Yeah.
he's and he opened up a lot of doors because I had started doing the military stuff, and then I met Russell randomly over 10 years ago at the Laugh Factory. He was just like, "Yo, you a funny dude. What's going on with you?" I had no idea who he was. I had no idea how wealthy and how big he was across the world.
I know him for a long time, yeah.
And just in conversation, we were just talking, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, and there was a couple of comics, and I think you might have even been including this. It was like Shang and Johnny Sanchez and different people. Like, yo, man, you never talk about being Haitian. But when I first started doing comedy, nobody knew what Haitians were in LA. So
Fucked up and weird.
no one knew. And the irony of the situation
That's crazy.
is it wasn't until the earthquake that people were like, oh, I know where Haiti is. So the earthquake was actually the worst thing and the best thing that happened for my comedy.
I think it's good that you talk about it and go on stage because it opens up to people. Like I know a couple comics that are Haitian that wouldn't do it, and now I've noticed they're doing it now.
Yeah.
And they weren't before. They weren't. They were like, I ain't
and let me
fucking with
just say
that.
this: like Will Sylvans, shout out to Will Sylvans, is Haitian and has been representing
Vic
Haiti the whole
Alexander.
time. But he was born
He's there, yeah.
in Haiti,
Yeah.
and he has an accent when he
Right.
speaks. The reason my story is different from his and Malik S and all them people, I'm a Haitian first generation born in Los Angeles. When I meet other Haitians, they be like, how in the hell did you navigate through that? Because Haitians have a stigma everywhere, whether it's because of the negative images of voodoo and people and poverty. People
y'all
just think
do.
all Haitians is the
But
same.
y'all do.
It's
Y'all
big-
do.
no,
Yeah,
you know what?
But do you know?
Y'all are some voodoo motherfuckers.
But
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
but you know what else we are? We're highly educated.
I know.
Hell yeah.
I know.
Because
You know-
if you go to Harvard University, I think it's some random stat that something like 70% of the black people you see on Harvard are Haitian.
Yeah.
I hate to say
They
this.
think-
I hate to say this, but Harvard is a shitty school.
Says Princeton.
Says Princeton. But
you
check
know
this
what?
out.
They think Jamaicans. They
You
think
know-
all Jamaicans just smoke weed and just like why.
You know why I give major props to Haiti, because it is the first black republic in the Western Hemisphere, and honestly, my opinion, and not just mine, but the reason why Haiti has struggled so many times is because of racist ass France.
Oh, yeah.
And you
'Cause
know
we beat their ass
You
and
beat
sent
their
them home.
ass, sent them home,
Yeah.
but then they motherfucking charged y'all for that shit. And I don't.
Let
we're-
that go. There must be a 12-step.
No,
program
there is
for
no letting that go, man.
I mean, come
it's all
on.
connected.
There's no letting
It's
that
They
go.
all
need to write
connected.
about it or make a call.
Hey guys,
or-
you're listening to Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We're talking to Ruben Paul and Jason Stuart, two very, very funny comedians.
Very funny, accomplished
Well,
comedians.
and you're making the point about Haiti also, and then sometimes the relationship between African Americans and Haitian Americans are
The African diaspora is not
people-
unified.
Yeah, are people from, yeah. So, but one thing I always tell them is a lot of you guys are one stop away from being Haitian,
Exactly.
because the slave ship stopped in Haiti before it came.
Right.
Yeah.
the
My
good
family's
old
from the
US of
Caribbean.
what?
My family's from the Caribbean too. I'm
Yeah.
always like, we just got off the boat one stop early.
So
That's
every
all it is.
nigga in America could have been Haitian if they would have got off the boat there.
Any of those islands, man. Hey guys, we are gonna have to go to break pretty soon, but before we do, I have a little segment that I do on this show every week called Black Pedro's Pop In, and this week I just want to bring up this one topic because this weekend, kind of pissed me off. For those who don't know, we lost the president. President 41, or former president, George H.W. Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush. And
George CIA
it kind of tripped me out to see
Bush.
George, I picked Quayle as my vice president.
huge
Bush.
outpouring of love. And I mean, even black people I know who are politically woke, as we would say, were like, thank you for your service. And I'm like, motherfucker, are you crazy? Has anybody forgotten who George Herbert Walker Bush was? Hold on one second. I'm going to get at this, right? Because we'll talk about him as president, and he's one of those loser-ass one-term Republican presidents, right? He got booted after 4 years. But I think they completely forgot about his time as director of the CIA and his time in the CIA and how much motherfucking dismantling of governments and nations that he did. So for all you fucknut heads out there who are talking about this horde of orcs coming from South America to eat all our jobs and our babies up, you need to understand that George Herbert Walker Bush was the architect of all that shit, because while he was down there, while he was director of the CIA, this motherfucker dismantled Chile, Paraguay, Argentina, took all those fucking
Cuba.
governments down. Like that, the Pinochet revolution.
Right.
So America back then was so scared in this Cold War, right, that we were trying to dismantle any country that might possibly become communist, especially here in the Western Hemisphere. George Herbert Walker Bush was the architect director of all of that shit, right? Please jump in. Anybody jump in on this. But basically, my point is fuck H.W.
Let me make this. Let me make this point.
Fuck that dude
Fuck
and
him and
his
son.
kids and the grandchildren
Well, come on.
and the
And the babies,
motherfucking
and the babies.
the ancestors, all
His
that came
dogs.
before them. He's no fucking patriot. That family is so embedded with the fucking Saudi royal family that it is a shame, and they don't give a fuck about this country. Fuck the Bushes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
And they definitely don't care about the reporter that got killed.
Here's the thing. What people fall victim to is human nature. When human nature is people love old people. They do, and you forget this shit. There. I can't remember the name of this movie, but there was a movie about a Nazi war criminal who put motherfuckers in ovens and killed people.
Yes.
And then he's 90 years old and he's walking down the street, and all you see is an old man.
Music box.
So with George
Jessica
Bush,
Lange.
with George Bush Sr., people don't remember the Iran-Contra thing that he orchestrated, and like you said, all the things that he done. They just see this old man who's
has a dog.
What? How old was he when he passed?
92.
92 years old.
Served America.
You just see a 92 old man, but people don't realize before
they
you
don't want to
become
talk about,
old, you had a youth and you were evil and did all kinds of shit.
A great quote from William Shakespeare's "They can smile."
Hold on, are you quoting William Shakespeare on this?
Motherfucker, that's what I just said I'm about to do, nigga. But they smiled and smile and are villains, right? You could smile and still be a villain.
I have another point of view on this.
And here's, of course, you're white. You should have another point of view. You should. And I'm not saying yours will come from that perspective.
I have white privilege. I got that all yesterday on.
But I will say this:
I have it so much. I walked into the room and I could be rejected immediately. The minute they found out I was gay, I didn't have to wait.
There you go.
But the bottom line is this: even if you look at the Bill Cosby situation, if Bill Cosby was 35. People like burn that motherfucker because he's like, you gonna put him in jail now? He's about to, you know what I mean? Some people actually feel that compassion because of the age. I'm telling you, old people get away with so much shit because
I can't wait to be old and just speak my fucking mind.
So you guys know me all really well, especially Ruben and Shang, and you're a new friend, but you guys all have known me a long, long time. So I'm going to say this. With the,
be savage, baby. Let it out.
I have a mixed feeling about this. So during the Reagan era and during the beginning of Bush's 4 years, they would not speak of AIDS, and they are partly responsible for the AIDS epidemic in this country for gay people and people of color.
Right,
and those were the people that were getting HIV and AIDS, and they were responsible for that. Though on the other hand of that, if you quote. The poet, if you knew Maya Angelou, if you know better, you do better. Him and Bill Clinton got together and started creating drugs for HIV and people with AIDS all over the world through this organization as they got older.
Right.
So you have so you cannot excuse that kind of behavior ever. I mean, a generation of people. You can never excuse it. But where is the line? That's what I say to everybody here. Where is the line about when somebody does something so horrific? And now if you watch the new movie Vice that's coming out with his son, Bush Jr., with Cheney, who is evil incarnate. I don't see anything that he ever did that was good. But you see all these people, and you see that when you live in a time, the way certain things have happened, and then you move to another time, and things have changed, and. Certainly he.
But he didn't. I'm just gonna argue that he didn't change that. He didn't change that much.
I'm not a Bush fan. Believe me, in any way, shape, or form.
I appreciate everything you're saying, but I'm gonna argue that during that time when he's working with Clinton, and that shit used to make my stomach turn to see them holding hands and joking together like that. But during that time, Bush was probably on the board of the Carlyle Group. And his son was war profiteering for him at that time. So, George Bush at that time was making a shit ton of money off of the Iraq War.
It's never enough for them. That's what the vice should be called.
And then you got to understand you brought up Cheney. Who do you think orchestrated Cheney being the vice president? But his daddy. He's like, hey, my son is an idiot. I need you to run the country.
Exactly.
It's pretty much that simple.
Obviously, not
make sure we make money.
Stupid to do what he has done.
You know what? I'll give you an example of what Bush is. That everybody's reaching out.
I just say it as a
playing
point.
songs, and I understand.
I just say it as a point of conversation, not at all. Let me tell the viewers at home. I do not agree and not a fan of his Bush Jr. or Sr.
We know that.
If I give you a milkshake, a strawberry milkshake, and I mean a tasty strawberry milkshake, and I put 1% of shit in it, okay, that milkshake is a shitty milkshake.
It's also a health
So
code
it's a- it's a-
violation.
Exactly.
And
Your
it's-
establishment
it's
will
more
be
of a-
shut down. I'm gonna let you
It's
know
more
that
of a
right now.
milkshake with a little bit of shit.
No, it's but no. People say, well, it's 95% milkshake. No, fuck that. It's still shit.
People go to the Shake
and
Shack,
that's the
not
same
the
thing
Shit
with
Shack.
Bush. They try to give the little nuggets of shit he
Word,
did
word.
good, and then they go, well, he did a few good things. Fuck that. If I'm out there sucker punching babies, but on the other times I'm free. I'm feeding the homeless. I'm thinking the sucker punch the baby shit.
Should be
it kinda
prioritize
goes-
that
it
over.
is. I think that goes
It's
a
what
little
I
bit more.
call. It's what I call from slavery to incarceration. That's what I call it. That's what this country is still doing right now.
Of course, yeah, no.
So then I say it's really, really bad.
he
I
was-
say that these people cannot be forgiven, in the sense of what they have done. But they also, you can say, hey, okay, well, there was one or two things, and I think the real reason all this is going down is because this rat fuck Trump
Yeah, exactly.
is so completely. I mean, he just stands in front of us and does this shit every day. Every day, just walks around, drops his drawers in the front of the White House, walks back in, and nobody says anything. If they talked about him behind his back, maybe it would work better. But I don't know what's going on. Her and his wife with the new Christmas trees that are all red. They look like they have little bonnets on it from Handmaid's Tale. What the hell is going on? And nobody seems to notice anything.
'Cause America's
I'm on
full
the
of
bench
shit.
The
every
trees
morning.
are bleeding.
I wake up every morning in a cold sweat and go, "Oh my God, a reality star is the president."
I think the media was just happy to be able to say something nice about our president for a
a
little
change,
bit.
yeah.
But let's not forget, America. And before we go to break, we are talking about the passing of Herbert Walker Bush right here on Savage as Fuck on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. But don't forget, America, that Bush was 92, and we love old people like Ruben Paul says, but he did, like Shang said, shit in our milkshake the whole time.
The
He
whole
was
time
serving-
he was
the whole
shitting in
time
the
he was
milkshake.
serving America, he shit in our milkshake,
Shit in the
guys.
milkshake.
This is Savage as Fuck right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we are going to talk about South Africa. No doubt about that.
I need a therapist for the break. I need
Trump set the
someone.
G20 fucking shit up as always, guys. We're going to get back into that. And Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Newest hashtag.
And we also want to make sure we find out what you guys, both of you guys got coming up in the near future, other than you with your big ass movies, your movie making
Medium-ass
motherfucker
movies.
you.
Nothing is like Birth of a Nation.
No, nothing's like Birth of a Nation, but we are going to talk to them about that too. All right?
All right, y'all. We back.
Later.